warning. The host of today's Talk Soup has just returned from a restful, relaxing vacation. Please allow at least 5 screen minutes for the host to return to his pre-vacation energy level. Thank you for your cooperation.
She went like this, and then she put it on her boo.
You're 13 years old, and you were involved with a 37-year-old man?
They had a being in between them that was some 3.5 feet tall with the gray skin.
Oh yeah, happy holidays. More fun than returning flammable Christmas gifts. This is the award-winning Talk Soup. Greg Kinnear back with you one more time, checking out highlights of course, the talk shows. Had a good little break. Hope you did as well. Want to thank Mo Gaffney and David Spade, or Mr. Saturday Night Live, as he asked me to refer to him, for filling in. They did excellent work. Hope you had a good break. I'm still reeling a little bit from my illness. Was doing fine over the weekend, and then, boom, got around my germ-infested nephews, and I'm back down here again on the health scale. What can you do? I think we all have to go through that, right? Blowing, wheezing, and sneezing all over you. Good show today, and a Moe's guests come out of the closet, and Vicky, well, she gets into some sumo wrestling. First up, though, when your job is to elicit catcalls and make grown men salivate, it's hard to command respect. Don't you think? Just, I'll tell you what, just ask a bunch of exotic dancers from San Diego who are trying to form a strippers' labor union. Not getting a lot of support here, unfortunately, even from their peers. Fellow dancers Ingrid Allen and, of course, Scarlett Knight. Ingrid and Scarlett think the idea is just plain ludicrous. They told Jane Whitney why.
I just think the idea, I said it, you know, a union is crazy to you. Why?
I think it's absurd. I mean, my job, if I do it well, and I think I do it very well, is to titillate and arouse men. And, I mean, you cannot expect the employees and the management to be immune to that. I mean, it's just silly.
Why is it, I mean, they're your bosses. They're not customers.
The nature of our industry, it feeds off sexual energy. When my boss comes in, pats me on the ass and says, "Damn, Scarlett, you look great," and I go, "All right."
She probably pats him back.
I definitely do. I definitely do. And that feeds me. That makes me feel like I'm in the right frame of mind to go out there and do what I do best.
Yeah, it is Scarlett Knight there. You know, I kind of can relate to what she's saying, because as I've said before, sometimes I'll come in here to E, and I'll be kind of, you know, down in the dumpers, and Lee Masters, our president and CEO, come up and give me a little, you know, a little pat on the buttocks and say, "You look fine." And, you know, I need that. Makes me feel good. A little bit later on, the girls demonstrated exactly what they do at the See Me and Hear Me Cafe, wherever they work. Well, all right. That is Ingrid and Scarlett there. Again, they are trying to form a strippers union. Kind of strange. Strippers complaining about harassment. That's like an E! Entertainment television viewer complaining about reruns. It just goes with the territory, friends. Thursday, Jane chats with women who are turned on by, a little catch frame there, turned on by male nudity, and women who aren't. Guests include a gal who finds pictures of male genitalia inspirational. If the aspiring cover girls on Shirley had their way, there'd be Pitchfork in Hell with Remy Nasser's name on it. Remy's the owner of a modeling agency that charged the young women outrageous, in some cases ridiculous, fees while promising them work. And the somewhat gullible girls ended up paying $600, $700 and had absolutely nothing in their portfolios to show for it. Up next, legitimate model agent Richard Campbell takes the evil Remy to task.
I don't know what you're doing, okay? I have no idea, okay? It really bothers me what you're doing to my industry, okay? Because from what I'm hearing today and seeing is that you're taking advantage of these people. You may not come out and say, "Hey, you're going to be a superstar," but you insinuate that these girls will work, okay? Mm-hmm. And you take their money, and what is an administration fee? What is that?
Administration fee. Oh, okay. Administration is when you have paperwork within
I
the
understand
office.
what administration
you have paperwork
is.
at your office,
Yes.
right? Okay. Now, first of all, there's a file. And there's files, obviously. So essentially, this person has a name, and her name is Jennifer Mitchell. So she has a file. We have to note when her pictures are taken, when they're done, when they'll be ready.
This is costing $600?
No. The $600 is not the administration fee.
That's for the pictures.
The pictures, I think it's a $40 administration fee.
Excuse me, it's $600 to take pictures?
$600 to take pictures, and it could be actually, I mean, you're in the industry. You know.
I am in the industry.
You would know people spending on stylists and so on in excess of $1,500 on pictures.
No.
Never?
Never.
Never, ever, never? Never, ever, never, ever, never? Good line of questioning there, right? Just so everyone knows, a legit modeling agent said the average price of a test photo between $250 and, Tom, $350 per photograph. Thursday, spend a day behind the scenes. Hey, this is going to be fun. With Shirley and her producers. Find out where she gets her donuts in the morning and how they light the set and who wires her microphone, who dusts off the chairs. It's Life with Shirley, Thursday. Well, it's the call you never see on those touching long-distance AT&T phone commercials. Hello, Dad, I'm gay. Just 24 hours before his appearance on the Mo Show, Rich Morrissey reached out of the closet to touch his father with that very message. How did Dad react? Would he accept the charges? Did he enlist his number? These and other questions transcribed for you and answered for you right now by Rich.
What I did was I dialed the number 3 times. And first time was the wrong number.
Dad, I'm gay! What the hell
Yes.
There's a poor man somewhere going, I didn't know I had a son.
That's right. So that was me. Then the second time I dialed and I hung the phone up and I said, you know what, this is too difficult to do. This is too quick. And I thought about it for about 5 minutes, and I had a friend that had at that time come over, and he kind of coaxed me, said, do it. So I picked up the phone, I called, and I said, Dad, you know, are you sitting down? And he said, yeah, I'm sitting down now. What do you want to tell me? Are you getting married?
Sooner or later, Dad.
Sooner or later, exactly. Let's
Bride
hope.
won't look exactly like you think, though.
No. So I told him, and there was total silence. And I panicked.
Yeah.
This backfired. And I waited 8 years to do this, and now it's like, shoot, it didn't work. And I said, so Dad, I need a reaction. And he said, well, what kind of reaction do you want? I said, well, how are you feeling right now? And he said, you're gay, so what? You know, why are you calling me and waking me up so late?
Hey, there you have it. Everybody lived happily ever after. Rich says he now doesn't have to live a lie, and Dad can get some sleep. Thursday, Mo hears from 2 women who were stalked by extremely violent men. They will recount their stories. That'll be coming up for you on Thursday. We'll take a quick break and be back with Montel Williams uncovering a big-time UFO cover-up. And was that a birthday party or a bachelor party? Young boy tells Jenny Jones about his friend's unusual birthday present, a real breathing stripper. Nat. A real time of reflection here, our last Tuesday edition of Talk Soup for 1993. Who's looking at you? Times, well, they certainly have changed, haven't they? When you were a kid, you may have gotten like an erector set on your birthday and played pin the tail on the donkey, maybe. Parents on Jenny Jones got their 12-year-old boy a stripper and let him play pin the 5 spot on the G-string. It was, one of the boy's friends described what happened when whipped cream was introduced into the festivities. This is, well, take a look.
Tell me about the dancing.
Well, at first she came out like a model dance. I mean, walk. And then,
Like a model walk?
And then
Do you remember what she was wearing? Do you remember what she was wearing?
Like a bikini thing.
Okay. Pretty sexy.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what? Then the dancing started?
Yeah.
Do you remember much about what kind of dancing it was? Did she do anything kind of unusual?
Well, she was dancing around him. Then, I forgot, but I think it was the second song. She put whipped cream on his chest around here, let it slide down, and then she was dancing, and then later she went like this, and then she put it on her boob, and then let him lick it off. And
She wasn't nude on the top, was she?
no.
Unfortunately, the day was not lost, and the children reconvened at the local Chuck E. Cheese, where there was full nudity from... Oh, boy. Oh, no. Apparently, this was all Mom's idea, and she was actually charged with abuse and will be spending her holidays in the local prison. Later this week, Jenny Jones talks with women who lost weight and their husbands at the same time. Jenny Craig ruined my marriage. Wench. It'll be Thursday on Jenny. Well, in a world where Fabio can be a novelist, how hard is it to believe in UFOs? Or that the military, or military if you prefer, has been covering up their existence for years? It's not tough to believe, but being a seasoned Navy veteran privy to all kinds of classified information, Montel Williams still has major doubts. He remains skeptical even as UFO expert Sean Morton told a story about aliens living on a military base in Nevada.
In this one particular story this fellow told me, they were working on one of these discs when two guards came out on one far side of the hangar, and they had a being in between them that was some 3.5 feet tall with the gray skin, moved out between the two guards, walked across the other side of the hangar. These people all stopped and stared at it. Another officer came out from the door and turned around and screamed at them, "What are you looking at? Turn around, go back to work." And this thing sort of moved in an unusual marionette-type manner across the hangar bay, and everyone stopped and froze and looked at it and then went back to work when this guy began to yell at them. And my contention is that this crashed alien technology that Jim was talking about, that the Roswell incident was talking about, has all been taken to these military installations, is being taken apart and being used to either fabricate what we call HPACs, human-piloted alien craft, or fabrications of these objects.
Another theory that is gaining increasing popularity is that Sean's nuts. And we'll discuss that a little bit later on. Actually, later in the show, Montel Williams showed that he has a few alien abilities himself. I believe we have some footage.
If I do a show, and this is true, about UFOs, what would happen? And then, woo!
That's fairly impressive, Montel, but have you ever tried this? Just... Oh, yeah! On this Thursday show, woo! Montel meets a mother who married her own son. She'll describe their honeymoon getaway at Chuck E. Cheese. Well, the holidays, typically a time of joy among family members, but on Richard Bay, it has turned out to be a season for seething hatred. Maybe the turkey wasn't cooked long enough. Perhaps the mashed potatoes were a little too lumpy. For whatever reason, my friends, these two squabbling sisters just are not in the holiday spirit. Here's Tanya and Sandra.
Now, do any of you up there feel at some tender moments of introspection? Boy, I wish I could really be so close to my sister and share things with her.
No, I tried. No, Richard, I tried with this girl. I do sometimes.
Yes?
I get better along with my little sister than her.
Yes, so do I, because you're always at my throat for any little thing.
Right.
You're always at my throat. Right? If it's the way I dress, why you hate the way I dress? Why? Because you can't wear this type of clothes.
Because it's embarrassing. Honey, I don't think so. Honey.
Baby, look at this. You think compared to you.
Like I want to be
look
sure.
at this.
Honey, baby.
It seems like, I don't know what it is, but it seems like once every show lately, some young lady stands up, slaps her butt, and turns around, as if that is the final statement.
Pretty sure that's only happening on your show, Richard. Tanya went on to call her sister lazy. Sandra replied by saying, there's more to life than partying and having nice buttocks. They're vain, And they're proud of it. I'm not talking about Tanya and Sandra, but the conceited women on Thursday's Richard Bay Show. Tune in, won't you? We'll take a quick break and be back with Phil Hartman on The Tonight Show. Well, I don't know how you did in the present department this Christmas, but as for me...
Let's go break something.
Merry Christmas. By this time, most of America is probably sick and tired of warmed-over leftovers. Sorry to say, you're getting more. This next clip from...
Wipe.
Okay, now it's not funny anymore. Sorry to say, this next clip from Joan Rivers is about 2 years old. Back in 1991, Joan conducted her first life swap contest. You might remember that. And if you don't, to jog your memory, the winner...
Sucks. Yeah.
The winner was a waitress named Rhonda Denton. Could we roll that clip, please?
Joan Rivers, we're waiting for you to take our order. And just think of the money you could make, Joan. Look at the tips on these tables. I mean, and it makes good stuffing. Yes, you will be what you always wanted. And as you can see, Joan, the money's great. People practically throw it at you. Did you see what her hair looked like? And you've seen, Joan, you love gossip, you'll get plenty of it here, believe me.
Please welcome Rhonda Denton.
Hi, from New York, where people are having so much problems with the economy, they actually have to call 911 collect. This morning, I was so nervous that I was not going to get here on time, and when I got in my car, it wouldn't start. That just really scared me. But then what was worse, you do not go out in New York and ask anybody to give you a jump.
Denton beat out a fireman, a homemaker, and the odds-on favorite, a crafts show organizer. You just witnessed Joan's first life swap contest. Thursday, the fun continues with her, well, her second life swap contest. Monday on The Tonight Show, Jay's guest was Saturday Night Live star Mr. Phil Hartman. Good old friend of ours here. You are correct. He's helped us out here before. This is his 8th season on the successful show. The SNL star stopped by the show to talk about Christmas season, the Clintons, Toys R Us, the Clintons, sailing, the Clintons.
You know, he's an insomniac. Did you know that, Jack?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's an illness. He just likes to stay up and play, you know, like you and I. Right. But he calls me at 2, 3 in the morning sometimes, and just, you know, I'll out of a sound sleep, I'll hear, Phil, Bill, what's up? Hey, did I ever tell you about the time I almost joined the Marine Corps? Yeah, see, when I got out of high school, I didn't know what to do with my life. And I had this buddy, Gomer Pyle. He'd moved over to Hope from Mayberry and was running the Marine Corps recruiting office, so I went down there and I was sitting in the reception area and I heard Gomer arguing with his supervisor, a certain Sergeant Carter. And Gomer said, "Golly, Sergeant Carter, you don't have to yell." But it seemed that no matter what Gomer said, Sergeant Carter just kept hollering and hollering at him. And that's when I realized that maybe I wasn't cut out for the military life, and I decided to accept that Rhodes Scholarship to Oxford University. Bye.
Really? But, you know, I see where
you're very kind.
Kind of a strange call to get from the President of the United States. But he's unpredictable like that, I guess. Phil Hartman, he'll be leaving Saturday Night Live this year, unfortunately, Thursday. Veteran actor Jack Lemmon will appear on The Tonight Show, plugging his new film, Grumpy Old Men. We'll take a break and be back with Vicky in a sumo wrestling suit. Next. We're back. I'm Greg Kinnear. Continue now. In 1918, Leroy Ripley published his first Believe It or Not cartoon. It originally portrayed oddities from the world of sports before branching into other carnival-like curiosities. Little did Ripley know that 75 years later, he would be immortalized by Vicky and her special Believe It or Not show. Here's another sports oddity, Vicky and a sumo wrestler. Take a look.
And fight!
Now? Oh, wait. You see these? They itch. Actually, you see these? After 2 babies, the ones underneath are not a hell of a lot higher. Okay. Fight! I'm going to pee in my pants now.
Wow. Highlight of Vicky there. A little bit later on, in her ode to the Ripley's Believe It or Not special she was doing, she brought out a gentleman who actually created a rendition of the Last Supper portrait using toast.
Yeah, this is a recreation of Leonardo da Vinci's famous painting, The Last Supper, done in toast. Okay?
And we're out of time. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Let's go break something.
YNR, B&B, AMC, GH. If this means anything at all to you, and I know it does, then you'll want to stick around and watch Pure Soap packed with highlights from all of your favorite shows. It's coming up next. Could you pass the Twinkie, please?